Kind of pressing still.
At this point, probably around the 3 o'clock mark.
All you said this couldn't be done. All right, it's the day. It's the moment of truth. What is up, guys? My name is Voss, and if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Today we have a good day. Today should be the day this thing starts. Hopefully, we have, as you can tell, there is no engine back there, and we've got our new engine and transmission all hooked up. And today we're going to make it to where that's all ready to go. I think we have to change the fuel rails on that, get that in there. The way this is going to work is we got to get the car up first, get the engine kind of in place, and drop it down. And then I think you're going to hear it start in the end of this video, so stay tuned. We got Josh here. If you don't know, Josh runs Craft and Auto Care here in Dayton, Ohio. If you need work done, pricing is, I would say, very good. It's why I come here, and and the quality is good. And we're gonna see as soon as this is done, there should be essentially a, I don't want to say brand new because it's a 98, so it's gonna have other things come up. But in terms of
a high quality refurbished 1998 Porsche,
engine wise, gonna be super clean.
Yeah,
11K miles.
Yep.
Check these out, our new brakes, and I will jump into more detail on where I got these. And shout out to Brake Performance for this. Came in, we got new wheel locks.
Yeah.
How you think you? This is gonna run today, right?
Yeah, we've got, so today's Saturday, it's about 11:35.
Yep.
So I'm hoping to have the engine and transmission in this car at this point, probably around the 3 o'clock mark. And then from there, it's just gonna be wiring and plug in all of the hoses and fittings and start filling it with fluids and torquing everything down to spec as far as all of the under suspension stuff that we took apart. And it hopefully today by maybe 5-ish, 6-ish at the latest, we'll have it running.
And you know, for all I saw a lot of you saying, hey, it might be out of alignment and whatnot. Don't worry, we got new tires, we got all that stuff that's getting taken care of tomorrow. This car will be driving as straight as an arrow, so no issues there. But let's get started.
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay, so it's been probably like, I want to say, a few hours. We found, actually, well, we ended up finding them, but we ran into this issue where we didn't know where we put the transmission bolts, and turns out they were actually on the engine stand.
Yeah, weird enough.
That we had, and so now that's done. We were gonna, initially the engine here, we were going to get it in place to drop the car down. We thought about this some more. Probably better to use a transmission jack to have the car, like, keep this where it's at, and then have this kind of sit in place to where you can then, like you said, put that frame piece back on, put the stand in the front. So it's looking really good. Once that gets done and we've got the bolts done, it's gonna just be a ton of wiring and stuff to get plugged in. It should start today, but you know,
here's our ton of wiring. I'll show you how much wiring we have to do.
We don't have to do anything.
We gotta plug all 3 of these in. It's gonna take at least 3 days.
Well, because we no longer have a supercharger, because a lot of the people on here said make sure this engine's clean, don't mess with it. We checked everything. This engine's rock solid. So now we don't have to split this, change any of this up.
A few moments later.
Okay, it's been a few more hours, and as you can tell, it's still here, and there's a good reason. While this is a nice engine hoist and stand and stuff, the way these legs come out make it impossible to slide something in. So I had to make a quick stop to Harbor Freight, which I had to go to Harbor Freight in Springfield, and if you know anything about Springfield, just don't bother with it. It's something. But we got one. They had one in literally all of Harbor Freight in this area. Had one between here, Columbus, Cincinnati, and Dayton.
It's very
so
exciting.
What's gonna happen now is this should be a lot better for what we want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So this thing is gonna be, see, it's rated for 1,000 pounds. See that?
It'll even take him up, and he's close to 1,000 pounds.
I think so. If I was, yep. Yeah, and
Going
it doesn't
down.
fall real fast. When there's weight on it, it doesn't fall as fast.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So this is gonna help us get our engine up, and hopefully we can still get what we were trying to do earlier. All right, so we are pretty much to the point where we've got our new nifty little hydraulic stand. This thing's awesome. It's been modified so you can actually fit full engine and transmission on here, and still use it and roll it up. And what we're gonna do now is, this is pretty much in place. Josh went ahead and did that. Everything is set up and kind of ready to go. This will go up a little more and the engine will come down. There is a frame member, not a frame really, there's a member here and back there that this is gonna get bolted onto. And once that gets done, really we've got what, power steering, AC, the throttle cable, a few more lines, and you gotta put all the liquids in here and pretty much there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we are so close, it's not even funny, guys.
I don't know how good you can see that from down here. The new engine and transmission are now in. We have essentially now gotten to the point where we've got to, there's one more member that's got to go down there, and then we've got a few wiring sections, a few hoses, power steering, the AC, the throttle. We got to hook the transmission cable back up, and maybe in just a little bit longer, this I think this is it, right? It's gonna start.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
You feeling pretty good about it?
It is, or we're gonna LS swap it tonight.
We're out.
Wait, what?
Wait a second. But this has too nice of an interior. We can't be ruining it like that.
Yeah.
his immediate response to any work that's not American cars is just Americanize it, and I keep bringing him German stuff to deal with, so I'm not sure if he likes that or not. But I will say, this Harbor Freight hydraulic stand came in handy today.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, this was a great buy. The only complaint that we even have is the handle is not removable very easily.
Or rotating.
Yeah, but other than that, great buy, especially for the money.
We may have bought the last one, but
yeah, so
but yeah.
We'll sell it, but it's gonna cost you.
all right, it's been, I want to say, probably like another couple hours, and now we are to the point where everything's in, almost all the lines are hooked up. Kind of hard to tell, it's getting a little dark, but I think you said one line's left.
Yeah, one line up top in this back corner.
We gotta find that.
Yep.
Anybody can tell me what an oil change costs on this? You're gonna get some brownie points here. It's too much. It's too much. I had to go get that. We also realized that this didn't have the factory air, like the charge pipe for it. So now we have to make our own fully custom air intake, essentially, which we didn't really account for or realize at the time. So that'll be fun because the MAF sensor still got to go in it, right?
Yep.
So other than that, we should be starting this pretty soon, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
It's getting kind of late. You can kind of tell. We're almost like 9ish. But we are at the official start point.
Yes.
Checked everything. And like we were saying earlier, we have to come up with a fancy new method for a custom air intake. Right, custom. Custom with a K.
Yes.
But now we got our 0W40. Don't ask why this needs that, but that's what this needs. Our overly priced air filter. So now we got, we got our new filters going, or new fluids going in here. All right, we're gonna start this for a split second and then finish this tomorrow is the plan, right?
Correct. Yep. We just want to hear it crank, fire up, and then we're gonna let it run for 10-15 seconds and shut it off and be done for the night.
All right. Well, you want to start pouring?
Yeah.
It's got its own funnel filter thing.
This is crazy.
Yeah, and you out here always giving Porsche a hard time. Look at this. I know.
That's why they cost so much. You get a free funnel.
Yep. And overly expensive oil.
That's their gift to you.
Yeah, definitely. And it's only Mobile 1, because apparently you can only put Mobile 1 in here.
Nothing else works.
Nope.
The car will not run with any other oil. That's not proven, just a thought.
That's what they keep saying. Look at that 0W40, son.
All right, before we go farther, let's check the floor, shall we?
Oh, good call.
Expensive oil. Don't want to dump it everywhere.
Anything?
Nope.
Nope.
Let's check up here to the drainage tube. It's right there. Oh. That out of the way. This is where the oil goes in through, is this bad boy right here. So just want to make sure that thing's...
Is it leaking a little bit?
No, it's not leaking at all. You just
prevented it.
Yeah, I know where it was going, the oil was going to, and I didn't want to have a problem, so.
So we are to the point where everything is hooked up now, and it is time to fire this up. So let's get to it. All right.
On and shut it off.
Prime it.
Yeah, key it on a couple times and prime the system. Island oil lights and things of that nature.
All right. It's time. This is weird. This is a weird day.
Get it done.
All you said this couldn't be done. Let's go! Oh my God!